Hello, folks. It's only me. I am not live, just to let you know, and it's nice you to join me this afternoon. I haven't done a wee pre-recorded video for a while about myself, but I figure as if I have to do it now, and I hope what I'm going to share with you today will maybe help someone else. Just before I start, folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, I don't care if you subscribe or not. I'm not being greedy or anything. Just like the video, because if you like the video, it helps the algorithm, or whatever the hell you call it there. And it means that other people could maybe see it. Because I'm hoping this video is going to help someone. The reason for this video today is, folks, because I figure if I have to talk about this. And the title of this video, as you can see, is called Living with Chronic Pain. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I have been struggling. I really, really have been struggling. Anybody who doesn't know me, folks, my name's Stuart. And basically, my normal ailments, if you want to call it that, is that I suffer from really, really bad arthritis, and I also suffer from fibromyalgia as well. But at the moment, excuse me, I also have a very sore foot. I did have a very large pressure sore and ulcer on my foot. And I also have a rotator cuff tear in my left shoulder. Now, pain, folks, itself is very, very hard to deal with. And for me, it's been a real, real struggle. You get sick taking painkillers. You get sick feeling awful. You get sick feeling brutal, to be quite honest with you. And that's the way I've been feeling. Um, the worst part of the time for me is when night approaches. Because when night approaches, it seems to get worse. And like when you're functioning with 2 hours sleep a night, and my sleep's bad enough as it is because I also suffer from sleep apnea. It's tough, and I'm not here for sympathy. Once again, I'm here just to maybe someone else can identify for what I'm going through. When nighttime approaches, for example, I'll give you an example about last night. I can't sleep in bed at the moment. When I get into bed, it's hurting my shoulder, something serious. So I'm trying to sleep on a two-seater sofa. And basically, last night, my foot was going absolutely nuts. It was really, really painful. And again, I suffer from restless leg syndrome. I don't know if anybody ever suffers from that. Now, usually that is under control. I am on a drug for that, which is very good. But because of the foot, and when the foot gets to a certain level of pain, it can cause the restless leg to actually go into the foot. And restless leg, if anybody doesn't know, folks, for me, it feels as if your foot is just about to go into a cramp. And then it just stops. And then you feel as if your foot just kicks. It's the most horriblest thing that the experience. So there's me last night, trying to sleep, the restless foot going crackers, you know what I mean? And then when I got the foot finally settled, I tried to get myself comfortable, and then the shoulder starts. It's just like a constant battle, folks. It's just like a constant battle. And it really does get to you. It actually affects your mental health as well. Now, I said I wasn't going to get upset today, so I'm going to try my hardest here. I know people don't realize, what it's like to be in pain. Again, I'm not here for sympathy. But there's nothing worse when other people turn around and say to you, you'll be all right, you'll take a wee tablet or whatever. It's come to a stage now where tablets basically generally don't really work for me. And you just throw anything at you, you know what I mean, to try, to ease this pain, but it's not working. What right has anybody to say about me and what I am going through in pain when they can't feel the pain that I'm going through? So please, folks, keep your opinions to yourselves. If I'm in pain, I'm struggling. I do a lot here, you know what I mean? I try to keep myself going. That's why I have the Chatterhouse there as well. That's why Auntie Onions came along as well. It keeps me going. It gives me a purpose and it keeps me going. So it does. Excuse me, something just came up on my computer there. I do apologize. So on a daily basis, folks, it's a constant cocktail of tablets. Sometimes this cocktail of tablets makes you drowsy, and there's nothing worse when you go to sleep, when you do get some sleep with these tablets, because when you wake up, you feel as if you've got a hangover, you feel lethargic, you feel absolutely brutal. Now, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I haven't drunk in 31 years. I don't want to be reminded what a hangover's like. I went through enough of that, you know? So basically, folks, what I do is I just try to keep going. I try to keep going. But as I say, nighttime is the worst time. Sitting there on the end of a settee, not able to sleep, and just wondering, just can't wait until the morning comes, until there's people around you again, and you can carry on. You know, it's a struggle. And if anybody else, folks, is out there who's going through something similar, don't be afraid to talk about it with people. There is some people who will listen. There is some people who are very judgmental, but obviously they're not going through the pain themselves, you know? Now, luckily my foot is healing now. When my first took this foot, it was over 5 centimeters in size, and now it's under a centimeter, but still very deep. But it is healing. I was told last week now, which I wasn't expecting, that when it heals, the pain that I have in it could maybe stay because the nerves have been damaged. That's nice to hear, isn't it? When you're going through all this. The rotator cuff tear in the shoulder. I'm waiting to go and see someone about it. It's a neuropathical team in a local hospital to see if they're going to help me. But in the meantime, folks, what do you do? What do you do until these appointments come? Just keep taking painkillers. You know, I have lost nearly 6 stone in weight. And basically, I lost that 6 stone in weight. Now, it'll not do me any harm, I know that. But I lost that 6 stone in weight because I was on a lot of antibiotics there a few months ago, because I had osteomyelitis in my foot as well, which is actually an infection in your bone. And if it's left untreated, you could actually have your foot amputated. And the antibiotics were that strong, they were making me physically sick, nauseous and everything, you know. And because of this nauseousness and stuff, that's why I have lost the weight, you know. So luckily I'm not on them anymore, you know, and I have moved on from those. And I have lost a bit of weight. Yes, it hasn't done me any harm, you know. Also, folks, I suffer from lymphedema as well. And anybody who doesn't know what lymphedema is, I suffer from fluid problems. And the fluid is in my legs and it's in my abdomen as well. Now, when you see my abdomen, you would actually think that I am pregnant. You would actually think that I'm pregnant. And my stomach sits like a wee bubble, you know. And the thing about it is, folks, too, I have fluid in my legs as well. And the fluid leaks, you know. And this is very personal, but I don't care. I'm sharing it. I have to wear a pad on my in between my legs because there is fluid leaking and nothing can be done about it. The fluid in the stomach, nothing can be done about it. They say bariatric surgeon could maybe help and remove some of the hard bits of the stomach to remove the, you know, which would help a bit, but there's no bariatric surgeon here and they won't send me to London or anywhere like that to get it done. And I can't afford to go private to get that addressed. So that's the daily life of Stuart. That's the daily life of Stuart. And I know I sound a bit angry. It's just because I'm a bit fed up, you know. But you just have to keep going. You just have to keep going, folks. And it's a struggle. And it's not very often, you know. When I started the Chatterhouse and stuff, you know, I always say to people, you know, share how you feel. Share what you're going through. And I feel today, this is what I have to do, you know. But you people in the Chatterhouse keep me going. So you do. You give me something to look forward to. You know, it gives me something to focus on. And plus, it's bringing you together as a community, not just in Lisburn, all over the world as well. And there is people from here, from different parts of the world, who come into the Natter House. On YouTube, I know I'm not on YouTube very often as myself, but I thought I would just share this on YouTube as well, just to let people see, and maybe it'll help just one person. Just one person. Tablets, are they the answer? Am I going to be on them forever? I don't know. Painkillers, it's like you feel sometimes as if you're like a guinea pig and they're giving you something just to try, you know? But they only help. And if they do help, it's only very temporary, you know? So, folks, I'm sorry to come on today. Maybe it sounds as if I'm gurning and moaning and yapping or whatever, but I just want to share you what I'm going through, because that's what the Natter House is all about. And I couldn't have done it live, because if I'd done it live, I would have broke down, you know? So anybody who is watching this, and if you are in pain, don't be afraid to say to someone what you're going through, because also my pain affects my mood as well. And it makes it hard for the people who are around me to tolerate my mood swings because of the pain. Because I'm not easy to live with, you know. But that's my daily life, folks. But I have to keep going. And you have to keep going. I know when I'm in another house, I always talk about positivity and trying to stay positive. It's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes, but I still do try. So as I say, folks, if this video, for what I'm saying, helps one person to know that they're not alone, what they're going through, that will make my day. Thank you, folks, for so much for listening to me, because I know you always do. And I know there's a lot of you out there who are there for me. Thanks for listening. Thank you.